That's the second time I've been able to sneak up on the legendary Solid Snake.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're showing you guys some stuff that we doubt you had time to get yourself. These are the 10 hardest items to get in Metal Gear Solid games. Whether it's a time sink, a difficult task, or a little of both, getting these items requires growing an ulcer or two. Let's do it. Before we continue, we publish content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of our latest videos. F-Ballista. One of the fun systems of Metal Gear Solid 5 is the Fulton system. To acquire allies, interpreters, and even resources, the player can attach balloons to items and unconscious enemies, which are propelled at high velocity into the air to be collected and returned to Mother Base automatically. This is a great system to acquire necessary gear, but with the F-Ballista, players can Fulton extract from a distance by simply shooting what they'd like to extract from a safe spot away from the action. To unlock this F-Ballista is a super easy task that requires minimal effort. You just simply have to Fulton 1,000 enemies. You heard me correctly, 1,000. Fultoning an enemy is not difficult. Doing it 1,000 times, though, is a pain in the ass. Meryl / Otacon Alternate Costumes.
That's the second time I've been able to sneak up on the legendary Solid Snake.
Metal Gear Solid 1 was an early pioneer in the series. It set us up for an expectation of replayability with new and interesting gadgets and changes. From the infamous unlimited ammo bandana to the stealth camo, this game made sure that each playthrough had something different. In order to unlock alternate costumes for Meryl and Otacon, however, the player simply needed a bit of time on their hands. First, the player must beat the game once, then a second time, but by doing a different ending to what they did in the first playthrough. The player then unlocks the tuxedo, and here comes the easy part. Beat it again. Either ending is fine, and now you'll find that Meryl and Otacon have their alternate costumes, and you put in all that time for basically nothing. Fire Camo. Metal Gear Solid 3 introduced the fun and adaptive camo system, where players could use specific camo prints on their body and face to blend into particular areas better, thus enhancing the stealth elements of the game. Some of these camo prints came with special abilities that would aid the player in different elements of gameplay. The majority of these ability camos were unlocked by non-lethally killing bosses, which required that the player empty their opponent's stamina bar rather than their health. Besides the end, the hardest boss to kill non-lethally was the Fury. Timing stun grenades while dodging his flames is an absolute nightmare. Aiming quickly enough with a single-shot tranq gun before he attacks you, this boss fight was already hard enough before this cute little addition. Naked Gold Uniform. Have you ever wanted to glisten like a trophy? Wander the battlefield like a Mario coin? Well, in MGS5 you can with the Naked Gold Uniform. Copying the design of the naked outfit but lathered head to toe in shining gold, this uniform can be unlocked by completing the additional missions the player receives outside of the main story. This includes the extreme difficulty missions, the subsistence missions, and the total stealth missions. Not only are these difficult to beat normally, but you must also beat them all with an S rank. So, yeah, get ready to scream. Infinite Ammo. To acquire the unlimited ammo face camo in MGS3, your mission is to capture the elusive Tsuchinoko. The capturing process is extensive, so by no means take this as your guide, as we're gonna try and keep things brief. This creature possesses the unique ability to replenish stamina when consumed, but our aim is not consumption. Instead, we must locate and detain it, ensuring it remains alive and confined throughout the game to claim our ultimate reward. This endeavor demands A, awareness of its existence, B, mastery of its peculiar capture method through experimentation, and C, diligent retention of the creature in our inventory for the game's duration. Undeniably challenging, verging on the brink of impossible without guidance. Blue Wig. This reward would probably be number 1 on a list of items that are incredibly hard to get and also useless as tits on a bull. But for today, we don't care that the Blue Wig only gives you unlimited air consumption. We're just focusing on how freaking annoying it is to acquire. MGS2 introduced a fun collection system into its game where players could acquire the dog tags of enemies in the field, as well as some bosses. Unlocking special items requires a different amount of tags for each particular unlockable, but the blue wig requires you to get every dog tag in the game. That's 218 dog tags. This means holding up and forcing 218 enemies to shake their booties and drop their tags. What a nightmare. Raiden uniform. Remember earlier when we talked about the naked gold uniform and how to unlock that the player had to beat all the extra missions? Well, although they are difficult, there's not that many of them. To acquire the Raiden uniform, the player must also get S rank, but for every other mission in the game. That's right, S rank on every mission in the damn game. I couldn't even get C on some of these missions. What do I look like? David Hayter? I'm Kiefer Sutherland, for God's sakes. I've only been at this for one damn game. Calm down, Matt.
That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground.
Mosen Naggot / Moss Camo. We're cheating here a little bit by combining two different items into one entry, but in fairness, you acquire them both from the same boss by following the same principles. And also, shut up. Overcoming the end is a formidable challenge, and although veteran MGS3 players likely have their strategies honed, first-time players will experience this boss fight with all the rage and pain that we all did when we first turned this game on in 2004. However, even if you are a seasoned pro, defeating him by depleting his stamina demands patience, while sneaking up on him and holding him up thrice demands even greater patience. Patience on patience on patience. Sneak up on him, perform the holdups, and you'll attain the Camo, and by non-lethally killing him and reducing his stamina in combat, you'll earn the Mosen Naggot. Stealth Camo. There are actually two methods to unlock the Stealth Camo in MGS3, but for today, we're focusing on the Keratin Frogs. Hidden in every area of MGS3, and yes, that's over 60 different areas, are well-disguised little frog toys that when you shoot, give off a cute little croak. To unlock the Stealth Camo, the player has to simply shoot or hit all 64 of them. And don't think these are hidden in plain sight. These are deeply frustrating to find, with some being hidden in fast-moving driving sections. It's like 64 Where's Waldo puzzles back to back. Without a guide, this will take a very, very long time. It's borderline impossible. The Patriot. The famous gun that belongs to the boss and featured prominently in MGS3 is completely unlockable in MGS4. To unlock this gun without passwords, the player must earn the Big Boss emblem. What's that, you ask? Well, all you have to do is beat the game on the Boss Extreme difficulty with 0 deaths, 0 alerts, 0 kills, 0 recovery items used, 0 special items used, and in under 5 hours. If you've never touched this game, let alone this series, I must make clear without any hyperbole, I could play this game for 10 years straight, every single day, for 8 hours every day, and that would still be almost impossible. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos.